Today, we are diving deep into a project that's making some serious waves in the SUI ecosystem. It's called HyperSui. They're basically claiming to be the future of decentralized trading on the network. But the big question is this a truly revolutionary breakthrough, or is it just a whole lot of hype? Let's find out together.
And that really is the heart of it, isn't it? Is HyperSui the game-changing exchange it's promising to be, or is it all just smoke and mirrors? They're making some incredibly bold claims, so we're going to dig in and see what's really going on under the hood. So, first things first, what exactly is the grand promise of HyperSui? Let's take a look at the really ambitious vision they're selling to the world. Okay, so right out of the gate, their main claim is to be the core trading infrastructure for the entire SUI network. They say it's a non-custodial DX, which is a big deal, right? It means you and only you are always in control of your funds. Plus, they're promising lightning-fast speed and super low fees. And the list of features they're promising, it's seriously impressive. We're talking advanced trading tools, liquidity pools, swaps, staking, the whole shebang. But the real headline grabber? Perpetual trading with up to 100x leverage. I mean, they are clearly not afraid to aim high. So what's going to power this whole ecosystem? Well, it's their native token, HyperSui. And get this, the total supply is 7 times billion. That's a massive number, and for anyone even thinking about this project, the tokenomics are definitely something you need to keep a close eye on. And they're very clear that this token isn't just for speculation. No, it's designed to have real, actual utility within the platform. We're talking trading fee rebates, juicy staking rewards, a say in protocol governance, and even access to more advanced functions. On paper, it looks like a really compelling reason to hold the token. So far, so good, right? The promises are big, they're exciting. But what happens when we stop listening to the marketing pitch and start digging for cold, hard, verifiable facts? Well, this is where the story takes a really interesting turn. This is the moment the whole narrative shifts, because when you start to compare what they promise to what you can actually prove, a very, very different picture begins to emerge.
And this slide, wow, it just lays it all out there. It really highlights the massive disconnect. They promised a full technical white paper. What we actually have is a short, fluffy executive summary. They claim to have raised over $2 million. There is zero on-chain proof of that. And a functional DEX? Nope. There's no public product, no smart contract, nothing you can actually test or look at.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about the media coverage. You know, positive press can be a really good sign that a project is legitimate. So let's see what the word on the street is about HyperSui.
At first glance, you'd be pretty impressed. You see articles popping up on some pretty well-known crypto and business news sites. And that might lead you to think, okay, this project is the real deal. It's established.
But if you look just a little bit closer, there's a tiny detail, almost hidden in the fine print, that changes absolutely everything.
And here's the kicker. Every single one of those articles is marked as a press release. So what does that mean? It means it is not journalism. It's not an independent analysis from a reporter. It's an ad. It's content that the HyperSui team literally paid to have published. There is not one single piece of organic, independent coverage to be found from a reliable source.
So, with all of this in mind, a pretty clear pattern of red flags starts to emerge. It's time to connect the dots.
Let's break these down one by one. First, no public code. We can't see the smart contract, there's been no security audit, nothing. It's a black box. Second, the team is completely anonymous. Who are the founders, the developers? We have no idea. Zero public profiles, no registered company. Third, the roadmap is incredibly far away. A mainnet launch at the end of 2025. That's a lifetime in crypto. And fourth, and this one is critical, they are not an official partner of the SUI Foundation.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This lack of an official partnership is something that members of the SUI community themselves are pointing out on places like Reddit. It just makes it crystal clear that right now, HyperSui doesn't have that official stamp of approval from the SUI Foundation, which just adds to this growing mountain of transparency concerns.
So, what's the big takeaway here? How can we apply what we've just uncovered? Let's use this whole situation as a case study to build a practical, powerful framework for checking out any new crypto project. Look, HyperSui is a classic example of a project that's super early and highly speculative. And that is exactly why it is so important to have a due diligence checklist before you even think about putting any money into something like this. And here it is. It's simple, but trust me, it can save you a world of trouble. First,
Demand a real technical white paper, not some glossy marketing brochure. Second, verify the team. Look for actual people with public profiles and real experience. Third, find the code. A serious project wants you to see its code. It'll be public and audited. And fourth, check for official partnerships. These 4 simple steps create a massive filter for risk.
So, what's the verdict on HyperSui? Well, what it has is a beautiful presentation, a really ambitious vision, and a story that's easy to get excited about. But what it lacks, at least for today, is the most important stuff: substance and any kind of verifiable proof. Which brings us right back to where we started. Is HyperSui a future powerhouse on the Sui network, or is it just another mirage in the crypto desert? For now, the scales are tipped heavily towards promise over proof. As always, the final call is yours. Do your own research, use these tools, and make an informed decision.